Thank you very much for everyone for participating here with us this afternoon, live from Dubai and all over the world. And Marcus, thank you so much for taking over now.
Well, my pleasure, Vanessa. Good afternoon, Sir Anthony. Good afternoon again, Vanessa, and everyone with us around the world. Best regards from Monaco. What will this new normality look like for your point of view? Not only in Monaco, where we both live, but in general, how would it look like?
Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to be here and participate with everyone. It's a buzzword, this new reality. Everybody is talking of new reality, and nobody really knows what it means. We have been living, all of us, in our reality, which is different from every country, every city, every continent. One thing that I think everybody has realized is the amount of destruction that the human being does to the environment. In a way, it's the way we are. To grow, we have to destroy. It's a bit the same situation with businesses. You grow a business, you destroy another one, and then you think, and then you recreate yourself, and it's like a life circle.
What have investors learned about markets from past historic events? What would you think?
It's interesting because markets have learned a lot in the past, but every event has been a bit different. And I think this time around we are using words like historic and once in a lifetime and never seen before and unprecedented. And they're probably the right words to use because this is something that many of us, perhaps all of us, have never seen, where a world literally stops with a healthcare crisis the way we've seen. But I will say that the market itself, which is kind of an interesting vehicle, watches carefully what's happening today, but as we all know, it seems to discount what's going on in the future. And I saw last week there was a screenshot of the amount of people that lost their jobs, 16 million. And on the same day, the markets had the biggest rally since 1930. So again, a market that was not so much paying attention to the sad events of today, but trying to figure out what's happening beyond the valley.
The UAE has issued a 27 billion stimulus package earlier this year. How has this supported its economy and businesses?
Very nice to see you, Excellencies, Your Royal Highness Prince.
Likewise.
Michel, Prince Hermann, Excellency Anthony, and all of our dear friends joining us, part of this session, but also around the globe, hearing us. It's a great honor of being here, sharing our knowledge, telling the world how business is functioning, but also how government are supporting them. I'm very happy to be in a country that has done a lot in a situation like this. A country that since the first message that we heard from the Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, telling everyone, don't worry, we are going to take care of you guys. You have to just stay well, stay home, and we are going to sort it out. Whether you're a businessman, whether you're a part of a family, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an SME, we are here to support you. We are all into it, and we're going to get over it very soon.
Stergios, how do family offices or family businesses navigate through this crisis in the region?
We've been around for 130 years, so I'm sure the family over its history, right, has weathered many more crises. And there are two good things for family business groups. First is that they are long-term, patient investors. And second, that they are quite agile and entrepreneurial to adjust or to readjust to the new reality from time to time. So how we weathered, I mean, we have, since also we set up Canoe Capital as the investment arm of the group, we focus a lot on the risk management. So you have to go through the cycle to make sure that you are well protected from an operational direct private equity perspective first, and also that you have a multi-asset, non-as correlated portfolio that is more liquid in order to be able to rebalance across the cycle. So what we have done over the past few years was not only we're expecting such a pandemic and unprecedented crisis, but we were expecting some kind of correction.
Mike, given the current global environment, why is now the right time to invest in the oil business?
It was mentioned how government is participating in the recovery of our climates and our current state of the world. When it comes to the oil and gas business, that is a great thing for us who live in the U.S. because our government is so proactive. Many times when we are in a recession, and most people would call the oil and gas business right now a recession. Anytime you are in the $15, $20, $25 a barrel of oil days, you are in a recession. Most people look at that as an opportunity to get away. They are waiting for oil to go back to $50, $75, $100 a barrel. But when times are down, when the market is down, when the oil and gas industry is down, and we know the oil and gas industry is almost parallel to what goes on in the stock market. When those times are down, that's when you should be pushing harder. That's when you should be getting involved at a big time level and putting all your resources out there, because just like if it's $15, $20 a barrel oil and it crossed back over 20 yesterday, if oil is down, that means price is down.
Sydney, we spoke about new normality before, and Michel mentioned that as well. What is the new normality? What opportunities does it bring?
You're right. As Prince Michel said, we don't really know what the new normal is. Will there even be a new normal? So the way we view it is firstly from a macro perspective. So what we want to try and understand is what are the governments doing, right? And how is this sort of going to end? And when is it going to end? So from our perspective, the way we're seeing it is that governments all over the world are first and foremost taking care of their people, trying to flatten the curve, trying to eradicate the virus, and allocating as many resources as possible to actually developing a vaccine. You could argue some governments are doing better than others, but overall, I believe all the governments are quite sincere in this. Secondly, governments are doing everything they can within their power to maintain the economy. So they're covering salaries, they're sending people checks, issuing lines of credit to companies, guaranteeing the debt market. So from our perspective, we see that we will be through this quite soon.
I just wanted to thank our chairman, Marcus Lehner, for taking care of this wonderful virtual keynote panel. Sir Anthony, thank you so much for hosting the most exceptional panels as well as global conferences around the world.